Hello Internet Allies! So recently I've started playing Overwatch again because at the time of recording it's currently the Uprising event, which I'm really enjoying. So I thought it would be a good time to make this video, which is going to be the Overwatch Sorting Hat Challenge. A bit similar to the Disney Sorting Hat Challenge video I made a couple of months ago. I'm going to be sorting the characters in Overwatch into Hogwarts houses and briefly explaining why I put them in each of the Hogwarts houses. So I've sorted the Overwatch characters into Hogwarts houses based on the in-game profiles as well as the comics and the animated shorts as well mainly. When I was playing this, it was quite satisfying because there's now currently 24 characters in Overwatch and I've been able to get 6 characters in each house and stuff like that, so basically that is great. So yeah, here we go. So starting off with my house, Gryffindor. The characters I've put in Gryffindor are, first things first, Soldier 76. So Soldier 76 I think will be in Gryffindor because he's the leader of Overwatch and he's the kind of guy that just wants to get the job done, basically. He just wants to get things done as quickly as possible, and that's that. Second person in Gryffindor is the second in command, Anna. Now Anna, she's sort of a bit like the Molly Weasley of Overwatch, if you like. She's very fiercely protective of her comrades, her friends, and her family. Now the next two characters that I put in Gryffindor, they're kind of in for similar reasons, and that is Anna's daughter Farah and Reinhardt. Now I feel like both of them really sort of enjoy and get thrilled by adventure. I also feel like Reinhardt's very brash and very brutally honest with people as well. Next person in Gryffindor I put in Gryffindor is Diva because she's a professional gamer and naturally she's very competitive. And I feel like Gryffindor are the most competitive house, basically. She plays games to win, she's not a good loser, she's in Gryffindor. The last person I'd put in Gryffindor, who could also arguably be a Hufflepuff, is Luxio. Luxio's in-game profile says he inspires social change through his music, and I just feel like that is a very Gryffindor thing to do with your work. Basically, if you like, is to sort of, make a change to the world, try to make the world a better place with your work. He's really friendly, likeable, everyone gets on with him, everyone looks up to him. He's great. Luxio is my favourite character in Overwatch as well. Moving on to Hufflepuff, and the first person I've put in Hufflepuff who could also arguably be a Gryffindor, I think, is Tracer. Now, Tracer, she's really kind and caring and loyal to anybody who needs her, and she's got a strong sense of justice, and she often puts other people before herself. She likes to make sure everybody else is okay. The second character I've also put in Hufflepuff is Mercy. She's not really after any kind of reward, she's literally there to help and support those who need her, I feel. Mercy is also really kind and caring and all that kind of stuff as well. The third character I put is the new bot on the block, if you like. The new bot on the block, Arisa. She's basically programmed to help and support other people and to keep other people safe. She reminds me a lot of Baymax from Big Hero 6, to be honest, but female, basically. Next up is Bastion. Even though, he is programmed to be a killer robot, he's actually, deep down, he's quite gentle, I feel, and quite caring. You always see him with his little bird friend as well, which I think is really cute. So next up is Zarya. Not nearly as muscular as Zarya is, unfortunately. Yeah, so the strongest woman in Russia. That was a terrible Russian accent, but never mind. So Zarya is in Hufflepuff because her profile says that, she sacrificed her personal glory to basically serve her country. I do think a Hufflepuff quality is to put the needs of everybody else before your own, and yeah, Zarya definitely does that. The last character I've put in Hufflepuff is Torbjorn. Now I think the reason I put Torbjorn in Hufflepuff is even though he is quite eccentric and mad, and he's an engineer and everything. He's hard-working. He seems like a hard-working fellow, and he takes a lot of pride in his work as well. And that is like what Hufflepuffs are about as well. So yeah, that is Hufflepuff out of the way. Next up is Slytherin. So the first person I'm going to put in Slytherin is Sombra. Now Sombra is literally everything a Slytherin is, like cunning, ambitious. She manipulates other people for her own personal gain. She is definitely purely a Slytherin. So next up is Reaper. Now Reaper, he likes to do things his own way and likes to get recognition for his work, and it frustrates him deeply when that doesn't happen. So Reaper also likes to get his own way, and if he doesn't get his own way, he's not happy. Also in Slytherin would be Widowmaker, I feel. Now I think she doesn't really care who gets hurt from her work, basically. As long as she gets the job done, she's fine. So also in Slytherin are the Australian double act, Junkrat and Roadhog. Junkrat and Roadhog, they both like causing pain and mayhem and won't let anybody get in the way of that, basically. They like having fun at other people's expense, basically. They like exploding things, like blowing people up. They're completely mad and bonkers. The last character I'm putting in Slytherin is Hanzo. Basically, Hanzo just wants to prove that he's the best, and even if that means kind of conflict in his own family. However, he does later regret causing conflict in his own family, but yeah, I do think his ambition to be the best kind of puts him in Slytherin. Okay, so basically now the rest of the characters I've not mentioned yet are in Ravenclaw, and that includes Hanzo's brother Genji. Now Genji, I just feel like he just desires a peaceful life, after everything he's been through, and also isn't angry with Hanzo for his actions, and has learned to forgive Hanzo for his actions as well. Ravenclaws are very calm, very wise, etc. And I think that's what Genji wants to be like. Also in Ravenclaw is Zenyatta. He kind of has all these inspirational quotes in Overwatch. I feel experience tranquility. Yeah, basically if Zenyatta had a Twitter account, he just basically posts inspirational quotes all the time, I think. Has a lot of wisdom, Zenyatta, and is also a bit pretentious. Next two characters are in Ravenclaw for similar reasons again. That's May and Winston. Because they're both into their science, they're both very curious, they're both very protective of the world around them, and also very fascinated by the world around them and like to discover new things and new places. Next up is Symmetra in Ravenclaw. Symmetra's abilities allow her to basically create anything she can think of and stuff like that, which is awesome. And also another awesome thing about Symmetra is that she has autism as well as myself. So yay! Points for equality and diversity, guys! Yes! The last character I've not mentioned that is in Ravenclaw is Mccree. Now Mccree was probably the hardest character to sort, to be honest, into a Hogwarts house. But I feel like Ravenclaw suits Mccree because Mccree is kind of eccentric, I think. So I think with Ravenclaws, they like spending time with other people, but they also like spending time with themselves. Whereas I think with all the other houses, they either prefer to be alone or be around other people. But I think Ravenclaws don't really mind, they don't really have a preference. And I think Mccree's like that as well. Mccree doesn't really mind working with other people, but he also doesn't mind working by himself. Thank you very much guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you want to see more Hogwarts Sorting Hat Challenge videos from me, click on subscribe and give this video a like and a share as well. I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and until then, Teams Rob's blasting off again. Okay, bye bye!